we expect the Speaker, in my opinion, to reverse all the nonsense that happened. And I describe it without any apology. Yesterday...
You expect him to reverse?
We expect him to do so. We expect him to do so.
You don't want progress in the House?
What progress? We must progress at the expense of rules and regulations governing the conduct of all of us, so that tomorrow someone decides that we are not going to even respect the standing orders or the Constitution. We get to Parliament and we give everybody a slap, as long as we are not in white dress, because that is what we think is deemed fit for us to do. When the Constitution bars us from doing those things, are we compromising the very rules, the very laws that we have set up for ourselves? Are we compromising the Constitution of the Republic of Ghana that determines the conduct of everybody, including the President? Is that what we are compromising? I can tell you that even if we need to forfeit our holidays and the budget is relayed for the purposes of respecting the legal and constitutional and standing orders regulations, we can do that. We must not.
There's no seemingly peace in the chamber.
No, there is no any alternative to respecting rules and regulations govern the conduct of business.
You have been part of the budget estimates at the committee level, the trade and industry.
Let me
Your other colleagues have done that. About 4 of the estimates have been laid before the House and subsequently have been approved. In fact, today, I am told that about 10 of the estimates will be brought before the House for approval.
Elton, yesterday you saw what happened in the chamber. I was particularly gutted about what happened. You remember when I walked into the chamber, and then they were...
No, I'll talk about that, but the point I'm making to you is that if the Speaker decides to reverse the thing, you have to start all the process all over again.
Anything that is built on illegality must be dismantled.
You are stagnating the progress of Parliament.
No, stagnating. What you are telling me is that we must as well allow crime to fester. And then we use justifications of time and the so-called progress of this nation to disregard rules and regulations, to disregard our laws. Is that what you're suggesting? We have agreed through a consultative assembly to have a constitution. That constitution should regulate the conduct of all of us. That constitution talks about the 3 arms of government, where there is expected to have separation of powers and checks and balances. The extent to which you have one arm, which is being destroyed because of executive influence, are we allowing the executive to determine to the legislative arm what is right and what is not right? What is right and what is not right is enshrined in the 1992 Constitution. And as far as Parliament is concerned, it's enshrined in the standing orders. Mind you, no provision in the standing order should contravene any clause or article or provision in the 1992 Constitution. And as a matter of fact, even the practices that are generally accepted in Parliament must not be seen contravening any provisions of the 1992
So you expect the minority leader to raise the matter before the House?
Absolutely.
And the Speaker to make a determination on that?
As if that was enough. You saw what happened when we came back and Honorable Haruna moved a motion.
Right.
I mean, it's bizarre.
So that motion should be reintroduced to the House?
That motion was legally moved. If you observe what happened, the Speaker, then Honorable Joe Osei Usu, he allowed the motion to
Of course, I mean, the viewers were live on TV. The viewers know everything that happened with the program. So you want Haruna to reintroduce the motion?
Absolutely, absolutely. You saw what happened yesterday. What they wanted to do, they were rushing to do that before the Speaker comes. So that let's rush within 2 days, let's approve everything, let the Speaker, in this case, Honorable Joe Osei Usu, approve the entire estimate, whether people talk or not, whether illegality was allowed to fester or not. This president doesn't listen to anybody. He rules this country like a king, not a president.
Well, you are making the allegation,
we have seen many instances where people have demonstrated, where people have cried, where people have demanded on the basis of violations of our laws. Yet this man will not listen. So that is what they wanted to do. So our participation in the estimates was to ensure that we do not give them the opportunity to go ahead with the illegality. So I expect the Speaker to do nothing less than to reverse the illegality that Honorable Joe Osei Usu perpetrated. And this man is a danger to parliamentary proceedings. And I can tell you that he's a danger because why? If you have a Speaker...
That's the first deputy.
Absolutely, he's
a serious member of this House.
In fact, he's a threat. Look, when it comes to the laws, nobody is above the law. Now, if you have a Speaker who sits there, circumvent the constitutional provisions, circumvent the standing orders, and what influences his decision is his whims and caprices. Now, if you have that person who is doing this. Even in the bare fact of not having quorum, he allowed a motion. In fact, after the debating, he allowed a motion on the approval of a ministry to be done. I am saying that this man is a danger to parliamentary procedures.
You don't want peace to prevail. There's seemingly peace in the House. So any decision by the Speaker, Alban Babin, to reverse what has happened.
What is peace?
Could create another level of tension. Is that what you want?
Can there be peace without justice? I want you to answer me. Can there be peace without justice? Can there be peace with an atmosphere of blatant disregard to the Constitution of the Republic of Ghana? Can there be peace with absolute disregard to the standing orders of Parliament? That anybody who sits there can do what he likes at any time? If we allow this thing to stand, then we should prepare in this country for a destruction of our democratic processes.